You're listening to the Nerd to Know Media Network. Join us at nerdtoknowmedia.com.
Broadcasting from the Blanchistan Center, this is Phoenix FM.
The internet is a communications tool used the world over where people can come together to bitch about movies and share pornography with one another.
According to the Nerd Index, you should be upside down in a junior high toilet around the clock.
This is We'll do it live! Time goes in, time goes out. Never miscommunication. It's over 9,000!
My name is Foxy.
The balls are in there. Do a barrel roll! Don't face me, bro! It's a trap! I'm a fire in my lady. Time to Hey, Charlie, wake up! Oh, God, oh, man.
Hello everybody, it is Saturday. Welcome to Phoenix 92.5 FM, and I'm going to talk into my microphone this time instead of randomly off into the sky. My name is Darragh O'Connor, and this is Nerd to Know Basis. It's a more intimate show this week. It's myself and the one, the only, straight out of Canto herself, Lisa Harris. How's it, Lisa?
Straight out of Canto in the house. I am so good. How are you, Dara? I'm
It's
excited
great
to be here.
Oh man, it's been so long since we've done a show together that I'm like, I haven't talked to you in ages, but I talk to you all the time. It's weird. It's so
I know.
weird.
Reunited.
We did.
And it feels so good.
I've say the show that you and Bryn did there like 2 weeks ago was wonderful. You know what, right? So here's a confession for everybody. So it's confession time, everybody. My favorite episodes of these shows are the shows that I'm not on it, and someone's going, "Yeah, me too." So the shows that I'm not on, I actually like listening to. So whenever I'm not on, I'm just like, "Oh, what are you guys listening to?" And yeah, I really enjoyed the show that you and Bryn did.
Nice busman's holiday for you.
You said which?
I said it's a nice busman's holiday for you. It's like you get all the perks of having the show done, but without all the pressure of being on it.
No, it's weird, right? Because I just like listening to the shows, and it's kind of like, do you ever see that meme of that lad sitting beside, like, what's it like listening to a podcast, and some lad sitting beside like a poster of people, and that's kind of what it's like. It's like just hanging out with everybody. You know, this is weird because I do a show with them, but you know, and also I don't jump in and cut over people all the time, so you know, I actually just get to hear what people say. You know, I'm not on the radio mode, so it's nice to just, you know, sit back and listen to it. But how the hell have you been? I tell you, so if people don't realize, I'm going to put you on the spot, Lisa. So you're like, you're like the best kept secret of the Irish metal scene that has just been discovered.
Yeah.
And yeah. So you've written a track that won't leave my head and won't leave anyone else's head, and that people are going to love, and you know, it needs to be in the Eurovision. We're going to get that going.
I want it in the Eurovision. I swear to God. No, it needs to be in the Eurovision.
Listen, listeners of Phoenix FM, when you hear this track, it needs to go to the Eurovision because it is wonderful. It needs to be a video. You know, actually, was it Tom from Sora said that? It's like if Ghost exclusively played the George, which I think is brilliant. And you did say so. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, right? So myself and Lisa are doing the All Ireland Metal Project, allirelandmetalproject.com, and it's basically a three album release of tracks from people in the metal scene all over Ireland. And the first album is coming out later this month. And Lisa wrote an incredible track, the lead single off it, and that's what we're talking about. Sorry, Lisa, go for it.
The song is called Oiwa Monogatari. It is a symphonic horror metal track that is still mainstream accessible, and it's basically based on a really cool old Japanese folk horror story just about this badass ghost chick who's been wronged by her wicked samurai husband, so she comes back from the grave to continuously kill him, and it's a very catchy chorus. And
it's so catchy.
When I sing it, I picture me in Italy on the big Eurovision stage getting douze pois in a lovely spangly ABBA style flared suit. So
we need to get this on the Eurovision.
Change.org petition, yeah.
You know, when
It
is
can
the
happen.
Eurovision? Because look, we always do terrible anyway. We might as well actually put
Yeah.
something good on it, you know?
I'll be honest, the tickets go live in November, so they've already decided for this year, but for next year's Eurovision.
Listen, if we get enough people to do
Yeah,
this,
they'll do it.
yeah,
They'll do it. Because I've tried to do Eurovision so many times before. They just will
Have you
not
actually?
Yeah, they just will not entertain me. Will not
Okay,
entertain me. And I'm
hold on,
like, look,
hold on. We did have a show planned, but that's gone out the window now for a bit. You need to tell me how that works. So please do. Oh man, okay, mind blown. Go on. How do you apply for the Eurovision?
Okay, so the short answer is I don't know. But when I was a student,
I don't know.
But no, when I was a student at BIM in 2015, I went back as a mature student for a year, and with that came a load of perks. So the whole point of BIM is they're like, we've got all these insider contacts and la 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 la. And one of the things they had access to was they're like posting in this specific industry insider group was, oh, entries and entrants for the Eurovision for 2016, please submit here. And I'm like, well. So I don't know if anybody would ever have heard of my song Crazy for You, but I submitted Crazy for You for the next couple of years for Eurovision, and they just kept saying no, and then the email just stopped working.
Okay, we need to organize this and get this ready to go. So if anyone is listening to this now who has contacts, we need to get Lisa into Eurovision with her All Ireland Metal Project song. Not only because it's an amazing song, and not only because Lisa's the best, but come on, she'll win.
Oh God, yeah, no,
she'll
honestly,
win. Like it's not won't even be close.
It's like, but look at like things like last year, right? Manskin won Eurovision, and it was everything about it was just the energy and the presentation. I didn't even think the song was that good, but if you put on a spectacle like that, you know what I mean, and you have
the song is so catchy, man. Like
that's it. It's a catchy song. I have no idea what the rest of the verse was, but that chorus was brilliant. They looked amazing. They had the whole proper thing, and it's gas because they had a couple of other metal bands on. Like they had this really drab, very good but very drab metal band from Finland on last year's Eurovision, who I'm like, look, you're very good and you're very serious, but if you want to bring metal to Eurovision, you have to have the camp Eurovision-ness.
See, and this is,
you know what I mean?
But
and that's
what
Manskin did. They were authentic to themselves, but yeah.
But this is what your song has as well. It has the catchiness. As far as when we were picking the tracks, right, it was unanimous that Euro was the lead single. Absolutely, like, that's unanimous.
For real.
Everyone was like, you know, that effing song is so good. It's like, yeah, I
never thought that would happen. Like, honest to God.
Oh, the minute I heard it, I was just like, this is like
one of those things where I entered into this entire project going, the only way I'm going to do this is if we ultimately, I went in with the intention to make this happen, but I never expected it to, because my experience in the last 10 years on both the Irish music scene and the Irish metal scene was like, they're never going to give the woman the lead. They're never going to give a weird song the lead. They're never going to give a weird woman singing a weird song about a weird woman the lead. They're not, you know what I mean? Like I said it on Carl's Metal Cell podcast the other week. I was like, and I'm saying this based on my own personal experiences. And I said in the documentary as well, I hadn't met the right people at the right time, but this time round, I have met the right people at the right time, and it's all just kind of come together. So I never, it's what I wanted, but I didn't hope for it. You know what I mean?
Oh, look, when you initially pitched the idea to me, I was like, okay, I don't know what to expect. And then he said to me, I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever heard.
I know, yeah, because I remember I was like, yes, you know what I'm gonna do, like, because like I'm really inspired by like Japanese visual kei bands, and I just think they're so weird,
but see, okay, hold on,
brilliant.
Just gonna stop you there for a minute.
They have this. Oh, it's
like
unreal.
Okay, right. Imagine this, right? You're in the final or whatever, the Eurovision, and you have a whole big backing behind you, and you have like I can just see it now, and it'd be amazing. And people are like, what was that? And be like, well, that's just what it is.
Yeah,
we have to make this happen, Lisa.
That's it.
And again, if anyone is listening,
we're making it happen. I swear to God, I'm
telling you, it needs to happen. Like song for Ireland, you know, come on, whatever, you know, just, you know, going to make this happen. And what I'm saying, I'm putting a call out now for anyone who knows. Let us know. Nerd to know media at gmail.com. let us know, because hashtag Lisa to Eurovision.
Yeah. Oiwa to Eurovision.
Well, you say Oiva, is that how you say it? Oiva?
Oiwa.
Iowa.
Oiwa. Oiwa.
Iowa. Yeah, it's easier to say it.
Oiwa.
It's easier to sing it.
It is. Yeah, I still don't know how to pronounce it, and I'm the one that wrote the song. No, there's so many different ways you could say it. Yeah, no, but no, honest to God, and it's just one of those things, because like with Eurovision, I think, it feels like Ireland wants to fail. Do you know what I mean? Like with some of the things they do, like we lost a football match yesterday, but they're acting like we won. Do you know what I mean?
I didn't see it because I had band practice, and I'm like, wait, you lost to Serbia. So you drew to Serbia. It's like,
but there wasn't even a draw. They didn't even get a goal. It was an own goal, so an automatic point. So do you know what I mean? They lost. And it's not like the other week when they lost to Portugal and they had Ronaldo, and it's like, look, that's a washout. But they lost to Azerbaijan. They lost to Serbia, and I'm like, and they're acting like they won, and they're there like, and my mom's like, Ireland are I mean this in a nice way. We're a nation of losers, and we're proud of losing, and it's like we don't know how, and in some
this
ways
is colonial. It's because of colonialism. That's the reason. That's what it is. Like
we're accustomed to it, and like we're proud of losers, because in one way it's good, because it's like you tried, you did your best, you lost beautifully, but then I'm like, wouldn't it be nice just if we won to win the Eurovision?
Here's the thing, right?
We won 6 times in the past. Let's do it again.
Well, here's the thing, right? So Bryn said it to me a while ago, and then it was backed up by a Facebook post a while ago.
Oh yeah.
And Bryn was like, the problem in Ireland is, when you get above your station, people are like, look at you, thinking you deserve it. Didn't you remember when you called the teacher ma? Yeah, and it's stuff like that just like undercuts you completely. And this was backed up by a post I posted on my Facebook page there a while ago, because I saw from I think it was from Mick from Zelo Cult. He was like it was like Irish, trying to be fashionable in Ireland, and it was like, there was a kid in my class called Moses because he wore sandals once when he was 9. A girl wore a hat,
or the yank because you wear a baseball cap once,
or the best one, there was brilliant ones, but one was a girl wore a beret and she was called Super Mario from Denver. It's just like, and it is that kind of thing, it's this weird Irish post-colonial mindset that's like, if you go anything above what is set out, you're like, oh well, whatever. And
can't be having that now. Oh Jesus, get notions above your station.
Get notions above your station there, and you're like, well, there you go. And that's why, it just seems like with the Irish football team, it's just like, it's just pathetic. It's the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life.
It is.
It's like how can you not beat Serbia?
They're not even full-time football.
It's
like, what I mean?
It's like lads, or Azerbaijan. I don't even know where that is. I'm like, come on, like, lads, what's going on? Like, all
they
these
do better in Eurovision than we.
But look, I'm saying to you is, like, our team are made up by full-time footballers.
Yeah.
Both of those players, both teams, I think, aren't full-time footballers. I think they're like, they have other jobs.
Part-time lads. Yeah.
It's like, come on, like, you're getting beaten by weekend warriors. What is going on?
It all comes down to the mentality. Irish people don't like to succeed.
No, they do not.
Don't like seeing other people succeed.
No, we are very bitter people. Very bitter and contentious people.
Aren't we? Oh my God.
And this is why you move to America, because the Americans do not have that mindset.
Oh my God, no. I've heard so many stories about musicians, because the way like, and at say Irish gigs, you can't talk to the audience, you can't make eye contact with the audience, you can't entertain them, you're not allowed to put on a show, you're not allowed to look like you're enjoying yourself, you just have to stand there with your guitar staring at the ground. And like, I know so many people who like would get applauded for that over here at the Village or Whelan's, and then they go over to America and they literally get booed off the stage saying, you gotta put on a freaking show, buddy. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's
that's
that
it
thing.
Like, and that's the thing. And I think it's like, it goes through everything that we seem to do as like a nation, where it's just like, no matter what it is, it's just like the worst of everything, purely because no one wants to get above their station. But anyone who does, it's like, well, at least you tried. You might have failed epically, but at least and that's why in the Eurovision, when they put Dustin in, I'm like, you know what? That was amazing.
I think that was brilliant.
Oh, that was brilliant. Yeah, I was like, go for it.
I still remember that song from 10 years ago. Do you think I remember any other song from the last 10 years? No.
I was in Greece.
Okay.
I think I was in second year of college, and I went
Yeah.
over to go see all the sites, like the
Mm.
Acropolis and that kind of stuff. I was there with my dad, and Eurovision was on for some reason, because of course it was. And that's when that came out. I was like, oh man, and I remember that on a statically little portable TV that only had 2 stations, but somehow you were able to get the Eurovision on it. And I'm like, yeah. Do you think I can remember any of the other songs that we had this year? No, since then, cannot name one.
No. And it's no disrespect on the artists. It's just they're given bad songs because it's almost like, in the Father Ted Lovely Horse episode where they're like, you'd almost swear you'd want Ireland to lose because it's just too expensive to host. And it's like, is it that, or are we just used to failure?
Well, here's the thing.
Comfortable in our failure.
See, we are comfortable in our failure. That's like, but if you watch anything that's produced in Ireland on like a mainstream level, it's all terrible, and it all shouldn't be. Like, Yeah, I know it's so hard not to go to that. Like, it's so hard not to go to that.
Sorry, I was trying not to.
No, I'm trying not to as well. I'm trying to think, but it's just screaming at me. It's just here. But no, like anything that's produced, it's like it just has this sheen of garbage. Like there's absolute garbage tier, and it just doesn't have to be. It just does not have to be. Like, okay, case in point, right? First, no, stop bringing up Fair City there. It's other things. Yeah, no. Father Ted, right? So Father Ted was not made in Ireland. Well, it was made in Ireland, but wasn't made by Irish companies. It was made by Channel 4, right? There is no reason why that show couldn't have been made by RTE. Other than they don't know how to do it. They don't have the self-awareness to do it. They still don't have the self-awareness to do it. When RTE does comedy, it's usually cringe as all hell. Like, remember that sketch they did over Christmas where they actually, like the blasphemous one that just wasn't funny. It was like that.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, that's the extent of RTE comedy, where it's like, oh, you went for the bare basic joke instead of the good joke, which would have made way more sense.
I know.
And you're like, okay, fair enough. But that's what it is, and it's throughout the whole lot. Like, sometimes you'll get the Bull Ireland, or you'll get like Republic of Telly or something like that, where it's like, the Outliers or Savage Eye or something like that. But then they disappear off into the ether, and it's like, did that happen, or is that like a COVID fever dream?
I know, there's so much bland banality and tweeness in between. You're like, okay, can that ever happen again? And it's such a shame because there's such phenomenal talent in this country that's just being exported every day. Dude,
we're such a talented nation. It's unreal. But again, because of colonialization, and that's what it is, and I've been trying to figure out for a very long time what it is, and 100% is that it's this kind of beaten down mentality where Irish people are like, oh sure isn't it grand? Look, what can you do? And you're like, you can do a lot.
Something.
You can do something. You can do anything. Don't just do nothing. Don't just sit there. And it's like, that's what happens, and then it ends up, well, sure, look. It's like, no, stop saying that. Sure, look, that doesn't mean anything. Do something. And that's kind of what it is. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this going, why are these head cases screaming at 5 in the day? Do something. Go out and make something. And get Lisa onto the Eurovision. That's what we need to do. Needs to be on the Eurovision. Because here's the thing, Lisa. I want to be sitting there watching it going, there's my friend. She's awesome. And she's going to win the Eurovision. And I believe that. That's not a game.
You'll be watching it on the telly, honey. You'll be doing fucking backing guitar, honey.
Oh man, okay.
No, you're doing second guitars or whatever it is. What's it called? Rhythm guitars.
That's a deal.
No. If we get to Eurovision, you're coming with us. You're going to be on that couch there in Greece.
Oh man, but that's okay. That's a deal. Italy.
Nobody ever says Italy.
Well, look, that's a deal. That's
an incentive for you. You're coming with us. You're in the band for it.
Well, it was an incentive anyway, because I want that song in Europe. Because the thing about it is, like, you will actually win. There's nothing sure. I have so much faith in it. And here's the thing: if you guys are going, what he is talking about, buy the album, listen to it yourself. You will not get that song out of your head, folks. I guarantee you. I listen to it all the time, and it won't leave my head. it's stuck there. Oh man, but yeah. Irish people need to sort that colonialism thing out. They need to just put it aside, go out and do something, and go and be your best selves, because
Be
that's
proud of who you are, and don't let anybody dull your shine, because we're a nation of begrudgers. It's the begrudgery. Don't listen to the begrudgers. If you do something small and you're happy with it, feck everyone else. Be proud. Don't let anybody give you the wishy-washy, mealy-mouthed hypocrisy of, oh, love yourself, be yourself, but then try and put you down. Love what you do, no matter whether if it's something small that no one else will ever see, or whether it's getting Lisa Harris to the Eurovision. Whatever you do with your day, be proud of it, and just do something, anything. Sure, what can you do? Something.
That's it. That's what needs to be. Sure, what can you do? Something. We're gonna get that on a t-shirt. That's gonna be that's gonna be a Nerd to Know Media t-shirt.
Yeah, now available at Redbubble.
We will actually do that. We will actually do that. We will get one of those. And sure, what can you do? Something. Something. And here's another thing as well, right? If you did call the teacher ma when you were like 6, that's okay too. Don't let someone beat you down for that. Because here's the thing: everyone's done it, and if you haven't done it, you're lying. So that's.
I've called my boss ma'am a few times.
You have not. Oh no.
I've got into her office with an invoice or something. I'm like, sorry, ma'am, here.
Oh God.
They have the good taste not to make any reference to it at all, and just not make eye contact with me.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, no, that's so funny.
It's only happened once or twice, but it has happened. It was even worse because one time it was a male boss, so that was just all levels.
Oh Jesus. Here, like, I'm just gonna go anywhere.
I'm just gonna crawl out this window.
Oh, look, there's my train. What? Oh man, that's so funny. That is so funny. But yeah, look, I'm excited for the album. I really am. I think it's class. And it needs to be done. No. And it is case in point where if you want something to change, you kind of have to do it yourself. You can't just sit there and rely on other people. But anyway, let's get to the meat and potato of this show, Lisa. So we started a long time ago on The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
And this was during the lockdown, and on the premise of another lockdown coming very soon, which I hope doesn't. But from what I hear, it could be October. So hope not. That would be very upsetting. And then we have to go back to doing this, doing the Simpsons, because nothing happens again. Like it's a week where there's very, very little is actually going on. It seems like in the world of nerd.
Dull week.
It's a very dull week, and it's been the worst week
content.
Well, here's the thing, right? You would think that we'd have lots to talk about because a Marvel movie came out, but I don't really want to go see Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I've no desire to go see. I probably will.
I will, purely because I fancy the guy Simu Liu, who is the lead in it, and I only like him because he was Jung from Kim's Convenience, which is like one of the best, most underrated shows ever on Netflix.
Oh. Okay. See, I'll go see it because it's a Marvel movie, and it'll have something, and it will be okay. It's like junk food, but there's nothing pulling me into the cinema. Like I'm gonna go see Malevolent now on the weekend, and that looks amazing. That's the new James Wan movie.
Oh, Malignant,
Malignant, that's the one. Yeah, I'm so like I know I'm gonna be terrified watching that movie, but I'm also really excited.
Have you seen Candyman 2 yet?
Oh, okay. Candyman 2, is it a sequel? Because I saw it there on Sunday, and I'm like, is this a sequel? Like, I know it picks up in and around, but wasn't there sequels to Candyman beforehand?
There were actual sequels. There was an actual Candyman 2, like back
I remember
in the
that.
90s. And I still haven't seen this new one because I just haven't had a chance to get to the cinema. But literally, like, it's meant to be a direct sequel, and it's getting great reviews.
I wouldn't say great. I wouldn't go that far.
Well, that's what the press has been saying. So unless they're lying.
It's not that they're lying, right? It's like I saw it, and I was like, okay, it is a direct sequel, like, but it doesn't really factor in the other ones that much. But I haven't really seen the other ones. Or in a while. I haven't seen the others. I saw the original one as a teenager. I didn't see it as a kid. And then I saw the sequel at some point. I remember I just like binged all Clive Barker stuff. I remember I watched the first three Hellraisers in a row, and I got up and I felt sick.
Good.
Like literally, I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get sick, and it wasn't like something that happened instantaneously. I'm like, I've been sitting here and I feel like I'm gonna, and it was just like, okay, that's gross. And then I've seen all the other ones, so I like Clive Barker a lot, but
One.
Yeah, exactly. You watch them at different times, and Candyman was one of those things where I'm like, okay, I've watched it as a teenager, so I don't really remember if the sequels. I think there's 3. There's 2 and 3. I thought, but again, could be correct.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't really matter. It just picks up directly after the first one. Well, not directly, but it follows on. It doesn't really factor them in. It doesn't matter. So it picks up about 20 years later. Starts off in the 70s, and then picks up about 20 years later. No, not 20 years later. What's it? 70? Is that 50 years? Jeez. Oh, that's scary. Oh no, it's not 2000.
Let's not think too hard about that.
That's
10 years ago was 1991. It's fine.
10 years was 1991. That is fine. I'm gonna go with that, Lisa. That's okay. Yep. Oh no. Do not think about that too hard. Oh god. Okay. We are old as hell. Anyway, okay. Right. So it picks up in modern day after the 70s, and it follows an artist and all this kind of stuff, right? But it is good. It has some really cool, interesting shots. Like, it's not directed by Jordan Peele, but it's written by him. But there are some cool, but and you know what's coming. There are some cool bits in the movie. Like, there's a really cool shot where it's going through the subway, and the way they do it is like, it's actually really cool. It feels like the city's alive. There's some really cool kills in it. It's not scary. There's some good sequences in it, but it is written by Jordan Peele, and it has the problem that every Jordan Peele script has it all. It's always about the same thing, and it's very forced. So I'm like, look, that aside, they lampshade it a little bit as well, and you're like, okay, and the story is strong enough to carry, and it is quite good. It's enjoyable. It's just, if you're looking for something scary, it's not scary. If you're looking for like,
it's a scary movie, what do you mean?
It's not. There's nothing scary in it.
Oh no. Is that just because you're like a hardened horror fan, or is it actually just not?
Oh no, man, I might be a hardened horror fan, but I'm a wuss in movies.
Okay. Right. Okay.
Like Malignant, I am literally going to be terrified.
Right. But see, James Wan, I feel like I watch him, but I'm never scared by him. I only watch him to tick the box of having watched the latest creators, I feel, but like, I don't think he's scary. I feel like everything he does is just so artificial and forced.
Did you not like The Conjuring? Did you not like The Conjuring?
Sorry, my yeah, I liked them actually. Yeah, I like his movies, but I just think I think at the core there's really good ideas, but then he just I feel like everything's overproduced. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it's like,
I'll give you that. Yeah,
it's but not like, no, I really like them, but they don't scare me, and they feel really, there's no authenticity to them, even though they are enjoyable. But you know what? Actually, I watched Veronica last night.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Terrified me. I could not turn the light off. It was frightening. I know I'm a couple of years behind, but it has been on the list for so long. But it's phenomenal. I saw that. I was terrified.
I saw that in the IFI during Horathon a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
it was the surprise movie.
Oh, no way. Yeah, oh God, what a surprise.
Yeah. No, look, one thing I miss, and when the Horathon comes back, we'll have to actually do it as like a thing.
Oh, 100%. Well, it's back this October.
Okay, we're doing the Horathon, Lisa, yourself, myself, and whoever else.
Good.
I love the Horathon. Yeah. I think it's the best thing. And you know what? We haven't got the opportunity to do it on this show yet. So it's something I actually always wanted to do, because I love the Horathon.
We'll do it this year.
Yeah, we will do it this year. We'll
do it this year.
That'll be great.
Do it this year, yeah. I'll touch base with Ed and we'll sort that out.
Amazing. That is awesome. So that's something to look forward to, guys. The real pros do show planning while doing the show.
Yeah, look, this is behind the scenes, behind the Nerd to Know Media.
But and it was
behind the curtain.
What's it, behind the laughter? So yeah, we'll have to do that. But Veronica was
behind the laughter.
Oh no, it was behind the laughter season 10. It was, wasn't it? It wasn't season 8. Yeah, it was season 10.
It was, yeah. I was so gay, but I couldn't tell
Tell
anybody.
You know that was supposed to be the last episode of Simpsons.
I
Behind
know.
Laughter.
Yeah.
It should have been.
I know. I wish it was.
It should have
Yeah.
been. It's like the perfect ending to the show. Like
I know. It would. Oh, it was brilliant.
it yeah.
Well, they had to stagger on.
Well,
Like
see,
20 more seasons.
They
20 more seasons.
they staggered on for a while. Okay, like I will defend up to season 13, and then it gets a bit hard up until like season 31 because you just can't. Like they're indefensible.
No.
Up until 31.
No, they're. I won't even. And I was like a hardcore hardened.
Where does it end for you?
I can't. I stopped watching it about 2015 when there was like this episode where Marge someone ran over a dog, and then the town became a bunch of dog lovers, which in theory I would be all over because I love that, but that was the season where we didn't even finish it.
Okay.
Because when you get excited every Sunday at 6:30 there'd be a new Simpsons episode on Sky One.
Yeah.
No, we stopped then. We actually
we stopped.
Honestly, we stopped. We just stopped. A whole 20-year family tradition dead.
Yeah. No, it's
Dead.
the Lady Gaga one was very tough for me.
I love that one, but I love Lady Gaga and
So do
love
I.
Lisa, and I love Lady Gaga and Lisa together. But
that's fair. Okay. No, I understand that. It does cater specifically for you though, Lisa. That's the thing. It's a very specific setup.
My name is Lisa.
And also you like Lady Gaga, and those two things aren't mutually exclusive.
I know.
But you know. But no, there's a
I'm
few.
biased.
You are biased, but it's okay to acknowledge our bias. That's the as I do all the time when we're talking about Star Wars. Again, it wouldn't be. I've realized we've gone 30 minutes without talking about Star Wars, so that's an achievement as well.
That is an achievement, and no Linux yet.
No Linux,
but no Simpsons season 8 either. We've about 20 minutes left.
Well,
cramming half of season 8. Will we do it? Let's do it.
Exactly. Well, look, we've been trying to do this for a while, and look, it is a great season. I have to say, like, season 8 is one that I go to a lot. For like a good solid about 4 or 5 years, I would literally just all I'd watch would be the Simpsons repeats. That would it for like certain seasons. Just because it was easy watching, and I couldn't, I didn't have like my Netflix. It was easier to just play The Simpsons than it was to play Netflix. So I was like, I have it on the background. But now I actually watch other things that aren't.
Yeah.
So with the result, certain seasons are just like engraved in my brain, even more so than they were as a kid. And season 8 is one of them.
Oh yeah, that's it. It is, and it's such a quotable season, like phenomenally quotable season with I think some of the best episodes ever. In fact, I think it's the best season ever.
It is. It's up there, all right. It really is. There's so many good episodes to quote. I guess, like, where do you want to start on this? Like, well, first of all, would you say this is the best season of The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, it's got Scorpio, it's got John the gay guy, it's got Frank Grimes, it's got Hurricane Eddie, it's got Poochie, it's got Bad Babysitter. Has it got? Is that Sherry Bobbins that I see on the list? Is that Sherry Bobbins? I think it's got Sherry Bobbins in it.
It does.
Like,
no.
it's just absolutely every.
It
What's
has
that?
Rex.
I'm clicking into a link.
It has Rex Banner.
Rex Banner. Which episode is that? No, honest to God, this has, I think, some of the most iconic characters ever.
It does. Yeah, it
like
does.
Scorpio alone, like John the gay guy. I can keep repeating. It's got Frank Grimes.
But
it's got Grimy,
as he liked to be called.
As he likes to be called.
But I will have to say off the bat. I will have to say off the bat that it does also have some episodes that I actually miss, that I actually skip when I watch. And these are the ones. The ones are, I skipped the one with the chili cook-off. I kind of hate that episode.
That is literally one of my favorite episodes of all time.
That's so weird. I hate it.
It's up there.
I hate it. I don't even know why I hate it. I just do. Burns, Baby Burns, I hate kind of, but then not really. Millhouse Divided, I kind of hate too.
Which one is that?
That's the one where the Van Houtens break up.
Oh, I love the one with the Van Houtens breaking up.
It has cool moments, but the one I don't really like that much.
Can I borrow a feeling?
I know, it has
Can
great
you lend
moments.
me a jar of love?
It also has
Hurting hearts need some healing. I feel like changing wigs. See my girlfriend's mole? She can put that anywhere on her face.
Oh man. Oh,
Can you give me the car keys, lover? I feel like changing wigs.
as I said, has great moments, but and then finally there's another one as well that I don't like. It is okay, you're gonna be really don't try not to get too mad.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
the Simpsons spin-off showcase.
Oh, which spin-off is that?
It's the one with the love tester and they go to
I
Nod.
hate that.
Yeah, I hate it too.
Hate that.
I like
It's the
bits of it.
love medic grandpa. Is
Yeah,
that one?
that's
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Hate
look,
that.
As I
Hate
said,
that one.
like there are episodes that I genuinely skip and hate on this one, but then again, it has some of
okay.
the best ones. So it's a really, really, really strange season for that sense. And then it's the most quotable, one of the best. Like,
Yeah.
actually does have the best Simpsons episodes in it, but then it has ones that I'm like, oh, I skip.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
That's my controversial take on it. Again, it wouldn't be me on the show if it wasn't controversial at some point.
Such an edge lord. Oh
Absolutely.
my god.
Oh my god. Go to Reddit.
Oh god, please don't.
Don't go to Reddit. There's no good there. All right, Lisa. Let's so here, I'll throw it over to you. Where are your favorite moments on this? Why should people watch it? Gush for about 5 minutes.
Okay, so season 8 is great because look, it starts off with the Hank Scorpio episode. I was too young when it first came out to fully understand the nuances of the whole James Bond villain thing going on when I was younger, but as I got older I realized, oh, hang on a second, this is actually really badass. He's just like this totally evil supervillain. It's just so good. Like, there's just I can't even describe it. He's like the best and worst boss in the world, and A.A. Brooks just has like the best voice ever. And
but you know what he is though? You know what he is though? He predicted the tech millionaire boss.
Yeah,
like
that's it though.
Homer's
Simpsons predicted it.
Yeah, that's it. Simpsons predicted tech corporations. He like it. You go to San Francisco or something like that, and you're probably going to run into Hank Scorpio.
But that's it, and it's funny because like there's this really weird, cynical quote that Waylon Smithers says at the very start when he's like, Monty Burns, Monty Burns. He's there walking down the street, and like the Scorpio I can't remember, Globutech. What is it? What are they called anyway?
Globitex.
And they're like, oh, come on, Globitex. And they're like, come on, work for us. And he's like, God, can't a man walk down the street without being offered a job? And it's like it's just such dark satire. But some of the quotes from if you felt like killing anybody on the way out, Homer, it would really help me. And there's no bums in this town march, but if there were, they wouldn't have to rush. There's all that kind of I'm away, and Marge is like, oh, they say you're meant to drink a glass and a half of wine a day, but I just can't drink that much.
Here's one for you. All right, I don't know if you caught this or not, but there's an incredible amount of continuity on this in this season, right?
Oh.
So, or even in like surrounding this. So Tom Landry's hat is a very big part of that episode.
Yeah, it is. I never got that.
Tom Landry is wearing that hat at some point in the season, and they keep referencing the hat at random points. Homer still owns that hat. Yeah, watch it. He shows up in a Krusty. Yeah, he shows up in a Krusty episode, right? Wearing the hat, Tom Landry. But also Homer just has the hat. It's always there. It's like it's like the big head that they have from when Bart get blood. It's still there. Like, it's still in the house.
Weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's nice continuity.
Yep. And
it's
amazing. It's amazing continuity.
It is. It's a nice little touch, and I just love everything about that episode. And I think Hank Scorpio is just such a phenomenal character. He's just so strong, and it's just such a quotable episode. And it's kind of sad because it's like the only time Homer ever excels at a job, and he makes friends with his boss, and he has a real chance for personal fulfillment, but he sacrifices it all for his family's happiness. And that's a real sweet move.
My favorite one that we've used a fair bit, and Braden could back me up on this, is hammocks, business hammocks. I've actually pitched business hammocks before.
No, you haven't.
I have. I swear I have. I was like, can we get business hammocks? And then he didn't. The boss at the time didn't get the reference, and Braden was like, "Yeah."
I hope you left that job.
I did, and then we went to the whole. We did the whole bit, It was
Oh
funny.
yeah.
Business
Marianne's
hammocks.
hammocks. Marianne gets in the hammock with you.
The hammock district on third. Yeah, brilliant.
As if that's like an actual thing.
Oh man, business hammocks need to be a thing though. And here's the thing: Google do have sleep pods, so we got. As I said, Simpsons predicted. They predicted the tech industry, ladies and gentlemen.
How do you think they know so much? Because
I
they
don't
even
know.
predicted the certain thing that's happening now. Like,
They
how does
did.
that happen? How did they know everything?
I don't
Like,
know, man. But here's the
like-
thing, though, right? The Simpsons are just that prism of the world where it's just because they were so on the pulse of everything and also predicted culture, as in like they design culture and design
Mm.
people. Like I have a couple, like most of my friends are huge Simpsons fans, like yourself, myself, right? With a point, if I want to gauge a room, I'll say, Lisa needs braces.
Dental plan.
There you
Sorry.
go. And you'll go, yeah, that's what it's designed for. And you'll go over and hang out with the people. But then there's a couple of my friends who didn't watch The Simpsons and just don't get it. And you're like, that's so weird. You know, it's so weird. It's just like, it's so weird. It's like, how? Like,
I don't understand. See, I understand that there's some people who would be divided about things like South Park, Family Guy, all that kind of thing. They're like, adult animation just doesn't rock my world. And I'm like, I think it's kind of one of those things you need to be into or not into. Do you know what I mean? But I think The Simpsons, I find it weird when people don't like The Simpsons. And I'm like, what?
Not even don't like it. Just
especially a season like this. This is the season with Mr. Sparkle.
but this is the season.
Sparker.
But this is one of the seasons that would be on the Den when you'd come back from school, and it would just be always on RT2, always. Like
Yes,
it was always on
RT2.
always
Sky
on
One,
RT2.
always. I think I've seen every episode of this. Yeah, more episodes. Always. This is
It
my
was
most
always season 8. Yeah,
recognized season. Like
Yeah.
I know everything about this season.
Yeah.
Like this
so
year
So, yeah,
where we grew up, and I think you had to be a certain age and you had to have a certain school routine.
yes, like you'd come, like I don't know, you'd come home from school, you'd watch Yu-Gi-Oh because it'd be on and then you'd wait to The Simpsons. That's what you did, you know. Anyway. So yeah, sorry, you'd have to. So I was looking at you guys. Yeah, no.
Before
So
The Simpsons. But this is the one with Mulder and
this is the one with Mulder and Scully. This is the one where Bart.
Scully.
What's it? Bart After Dark. What's that one? Oh yeah,
Burlesque
that's the
House.
Burlesque House. Oh my god, I forgot the
Oh,
Burlesque House
we're
in this one.
body.
Oh, you have
Yeah.
to be. What? No, it's just like are you wearing a trash bag? Are you wearing a grocery bag? I seem to misplace my
I've
pants.
mislaid my pants.
So good.
I love the line about
good.
when Marge and Lisa are off washing the rocks, and this idea as an owner of exotic animals
Yeah.
who require rocks in their cage that need weekly cleaning for sanitization purposes. The
Yes.
line "I have rocks that need washing at home" really resonates
That's it.
with
We have
me.
rocks. Hundreds and hundreds of rocks.
Rocks.
I have
And
rocks
it's-
that need washing at home.
And where is it? Oh yeah, Millhouse Divided. You don't like that one. Hurricane Neddy.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
just like one of the
That's
best episodes ever.
Yeah.
And it has Marge when she's the listen lady, but then it has where's that gone? In Marge We Trust. That's Mr. Sparkle. Though.
Is it Mr. Sparkle?
Light bulb fish. Yeah, Marge becomes a church counselor. Home
Oh,
his face
yes,
on a Japanese
yes,
church
yes,
logo.
Yes. That's brilliant.
It's unreal. And it's got like John the gay guy zap.
Well, here's the thing, right? Okay, so speaking of that one, right? John the gay guy is John Waters.
I know.
And I didn't know who John Waters was until I was much older. I got into obscure horror. And it just makes
Yeah.
it so much better. And you're like, oh, wow.
Isn't it weird that they actually had
crazy.
this? I think this was after his mainstreaming with Hairspray, but still, like having John
It's still
Waters
John
on a
Waters.
children's show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like come on,
You're
it's
like,
so
come on.
dark.
Here's the thing, though.
But it's done so well. And
Well, here's what they said.
it's-
Sorry for interrupting you, but they said
I don't know.
apparently he agreed to do it because the script was so well done.
Aw,
And he's like, actually, this will help a lot of people. It's just like, wow,
aw.
it's amazing. Like the Simpsons are just, I know people compare Rick and Morty and stuff, and yeah, season 1 and 2 of Rick and Morty. Well, season 1 and 2 of Rick and Morty have Simpsons moments, but there's no show like The Simpsons. When it was out there, it's just the best show ever,
Yeah,
and it just is. And it's like, anyone says otherwise, it's like the way when people say they don't like ABBA. It's like, that's a lie. That's a lie. But man, like, yeah, like stuff like that is great. But Mountain of Madness, I love Mountain of Madness, and I always forget how much I love it. And then I'm like, you know, what's a gime? Oh, a gime.
Oh, a gime.
Oh, it's so good.
Speaking of gime, what about Grime?
Homer's
enemy.
Yes.
Grimy. It's a phenomenal episode.
So good.
It's so good. I don't need to wear safety gloves. I'm Homer Simpson. Or is that you in space? You've never been.
You've never been. I'm gonna go to my house.
Owns a factory downtown.
Oh no, sorry. One of the best moments of that is like, what happened? Well, I started falling over.
Oh,
and then it fell over.
Millhouse as the night watchman in Bart's factory, I think, is one of my favorite things ever. And I love the bit where he gets the coffee and the coffee cup falls in the coffee cup. Then out comes the coffee and he stands there twirling his baton going, well, at least I'm doing better than my dad.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. I just love it. I love it so much.
And let's not forget Poochie.
Poochie, well, you know, he needs access to a time machine, and when Poochie's not there for some reason. And when he's not there, everybody needs to ask, where's Poochie?
It also heralded the start of Ed Knickerbocker and Prince Skipper.
Yes, it did.
That was the one season. Like, a lot of iconic characters, some of the most famous quotes, all from this one little season, all from this one orange.
But here another one.
The juice loosener of a series.
Well, yeah, and then it was picked up in Grade School Confidential. That was like the big one there and set it up. But like, also Laddie is in this one where Bart gets the credit card. Santa's little helper or Santos El Helper.
Santos El Helper. Do you know I still get a Smith's catalog delivered to my house every year to Santos El Helper?
Oh, stop! You don't.
No, literally. Oh, no, I do. I take a picture every year when it comes this year in about October. I'll show you. No, honest to God.
Do.
Stalk my Facebook. Honest to God, I post a picture of this every year. They still send Santos El Helper a Smith's catalog.
That's incredible.
Oh yeah.
Actually, take a picture of that and block out your address. That's also under Nerd to Know Media t-shirt right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. There we go. We're gonna have like the wildest Redbubble account.
Oh man, we're gonna absolutely, you know, shill that merch like you wouldn't believe. But I love the Homer versus the 18th Amendment. You know, and it's funny because there's loads of little jokes in that. You know, when Homer's in the bar at Patrick's Day, you know, I'm the Prime Minister of Ireland, right? If you actually look up on the wall, it says "No Irish need apply."
Yeah.
And it's like, that's really funny that it starts that way. But I just love, you know, like the beer bar and stuff is amazing. This is Rex Banner. He's just like, I'll find you, beer baron. No, you won't. Yes, I will. No. It's just the best. It's just the best.
It's such a good season. But all these characters, because there are other seasons where we were like, okay, like, you know, like the monorail episode is great, and Marge Be Not Proud is so beautiful and stuff like that. But just there's something about season 8 where you're like, this was one season.
Yes.
Like they peaked. Do you know what I mean? Like nothing is as strong. Like I know, okay, I don't like Baby Burns a whole lot either, and there's a couple of other episodes that are a bit more like, but still, like to have like 95% of your content for an entire season be that strong, it's actually frightening.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know all those episodes were the one season until I looked at that list today.
Well, see, that's the thing, you know, as I said, like there are duds in here and they are quite substantial duds, but
you got the dud.
But it's such a good season that it doesn't matter. You know, it actually does not matter. And I'd say, look, if you haven't seen The Simpsons for some reason, you're listening to the wrong show, ladies and gentlemen. Do watch it, or if you haven't watched it in a while, go back and watch it. The DVD is there. There's ways to get it, and if you have Disney Plus, man, it's on Disney Plus. There's no excuse.
Proud sponsors of Nerd to Know Basis.
Oh, I wish.
One day.
Give us money. Yeah, I'm trying the new subliminal approach to advertising. Hey, give us money.
Hey, give us money. Cough time, cough time.
So yeah, like again, I think it's brilliant. We finally got there. You know, depending on how things go, we might go to season 9, but you know, it was an absolute thrill to watch season 8 for this week.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, sometimes when you do stuff for this, it's work, but watching The Simpsons and season 8, it's brilliant. It's just, and each of these episodes we could go through in great detail. We might at some point, but I loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah, just so strong and so iconic, and so many happy memories and happy quotes, and such a unifying effect of, because if you say, all the quotes, like you said, like with the Lisa needs braces dental plan thing, there's so many quotes from this, that people just relate to, and it's lovely, and it's all very unifying and great.
But like they're not only ones that like you would say, but they're ones that everybody knows, the ones that have been memed. But literally you can walk into a party, when obviously parties are things again, and say dental plan, and someone will say Lisa needs braces, and then you have a friend forever.
Life for life.
And what else can you do that with, man? You can't do that with anybody else. Also I forgot it has the brother from another series, which is the Sideshow Bob damn cousin Merle.
Oh my god, how did I forget that? That's one of the best episodes.
Oh man, like I remember growing up, cousin Merle, that was like what we'd always joke. We're like, oh, cousin Merle. That's brilliant.
He ain't been quite right. Like,
he ain't been quite It's just brilliant. And particularly being a Frasier fan as well, as like a younger kid into a teenager. Like for some reason I'm watching Frasier since I was 8. I don't know how that happened. I think that's another thing that our generation, we watched Frasier as an 8-year-old for some reason.
You did, yeah. It was just a thing you
did. It was just a thing you did.
That and Seinfeld for some reason.
No, I didn't watch Seinfeld, but I did watch Frasier.
I don't know why I said that.
Yeah. It's a show about nothing. No, Frasier would always be on around the same time as Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
So you that's how I usually watched it. But no, I didn't. Yeah. I never seen Seinfeld. Seinfeld wasn't a thing, but I do. Yeah, it's one of those things that's just lost. Look, as amazing as streaming is, as amazing as it is having all these channels, there is something to be said for everybody just having 8 channels, because then it creates a unifying culture in some ways, and I think that's what it is. It was an experience to watch The Simpsons because everybody watched The Simpsons. Yeah. It was an experience to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is great and it shouldn't be a kid show because it's a card game about stealing souls and killing people. But
the big titty dragon maidens.
Yes.
All hail.
Oh my god. Anyway, Lisa, this has been wild but amazing. I've missed doing a show with you, and I'm glad you're back.
Same,
when you took your hiatus.
People keep saying that, but I was never away.
It felt like you were away.
I just had lockdown related.
It felt like you were away.
I know. I just had lockdown related. It was, look, there's only so many lockdowns a person can go through without being done with humanity. You know what I mean? That's a sentence I never thought I'd have to say this time last year when we had just gone through lockdown.
Oh yeah, that lockdown was fine. It was the other one that was the problem. You only have one
after that. Yeah.
Oh man.
No, it's great to be back. Anyway, yeah.
Oh no, it's great. I have to say, again, thanks for everybody who listened to us this week. We will be back as normal as we are. There's where we tape the show every Wednesday. Our tech issues have been resolved. The rest of the gang should be back relatively soon. But Lisa, before we get out of here, is there anything you want to plug before we finish up?
Hashtag Lisa for Eurovision.
Well, that was obvious. Like the whole start of the show was that. Yes, hashtag Lisa for Eurovision. If you're an RTE, we're going to email you, so you might as well get ahead of this and be like, offer the position very soon, because we need to make this happen, folks. We're gonna sell out cards, placards, all that kind of stuff, all the things. The what's it, change.org.
Yeah,
get all that stuff
up
going.
And running, yeah.
Exactly. So no matter who they pick, we're gonna protest against them to get you on there. So it has to happen.
I'm okay with that. I'll allow it.
Oh, I love the way she's like, "Is this a joke?" But it's
no, I know it's not. Oh no, you have no idea. You have no idea. No, I do not joke about Eurovision.
That's fair. That is totally fair. But guys, if you want to check out the track, you can. You can't now because it's not up, but you can pre-order the album. The track is coming out. It's dropping this Friday. So by the time the show goes out, it's already been out. So go over to allirelandmetal.com, and there's a link to Bandcamp, to Spotify, all that good stuff. All the money is going to Bernardo's. So please buy the album and buy the merch. You get a cool hoodie.
Somebody
cool
please
shirt.
help the children.
Well, that's it, there are amazing tracks on the first album, and then there's 2 other albums dropping. But yeah, man, people are going to be they're going to have that song stuck in their head for ages. So do enjoy it. But again, for the entire Nerd to Know Media crowd, we will be back next week here on Phoenix 92.5 FM for Nerd to Know Basis. Bye, everybody.
This is worth it. We do work at night. She says I'm not romantic. I say she's too dramatic. I tell her while we're at it, we can work at night. She says I'm not romantic. I say she's too dramatic.
Check out the Wrestling Rewind here on Phoenix 92.5 FM every Tuesday at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And of course, over on nerdtoknowmedia.com, the only wrestling podcast by wrestling fans who don't hate wrestling. We'll see you then.
Thank you for listening to a Nerd to Know Media production.